on a lovely Queen Victoria market morning. I'm with Luke Graysick, owner and operator of the family-run The Eggporium. How are you, mate?
Very well, mate. Yourself? Thanks
Good,
for coming in.
thank you. No,
Appreciate
thank you. I absolutely love coming here. To me, two of the most important things in the market are eggs and honey, and you do both exceptionally well.
Exactly everything you need from the birds and the bees.
I like that. How did you get into this? It's a family-run business?
Family business, yeah. We'd been in the game before we had the retail space in here.
Yeah.
And yeah, just was the obvious next step for the
Yeah,
family
of course.
business.
So what are you walking me through here? I see some brioche, some eggs, some vanilla. I'm getting the sense it's going to be a sweet dish.
It is. It's going to be a very indulgent breakfast dish. Ooh. We're doing vanilla eggs with a caramel and a brioche bread.
Sounds delicious.
Yeah.
Vanilla eggs, what's the process there?
So with eggs, you can infuse them quite easily with many different flavours. Two very popular ones are truffle and vanilla.
Okay.
So yeah, it's only about a day before you just pop them in an airtight container with the desired flavour.
Really?
And yeah, they'll soak up the majority of flavours around.
That's such a great tip. I really appreciate that. Yeah. Luke has kindly prepared some earlier for us today. So we've just got these, same thing, airtight container. You can really smell that, can't you?
Yeah, you really can. You can't smell egg at all.
So along with the eggs, I believe there's some other ingredients going with this.
Yeah, exactly. So it'll just be a basic, caramel sauce with sugar and a bit of lemon juice.
So we've got 100 grams of sugar here.
That'll just go in there, let it start to caramelise
What's
and
your
colour
key to
up.
a good caramel?
Keep an eye on it.
Keep an eye on it. So Luke, is that about the colour that you want the caramel? It's a nice golden brown.
Yeah, it's looking pretty spot on, almost a honey colour.
This isn't a traditional caramel in the sense you're adding cream and butter to it. You're going to loosen it up.
No, exactly right. Yeah, no, exactly. So it's more of a caramel sauce.
More of a caramel sauce. So we have some hot water here. It is really crucial that you pour hot water into this caramel, and it's going to sizzle and bubble. I'm just free pouring this. But we want about 100 ml of hot water into this to stop it from overcooking, but also to loosen it up so we can pour it over the vanilla eggs at the end. We're going to season it with some lemon juice once it's cooled down completely. So while that happens, we're now going to boil the eggs, I believe.
Sounds good.
What's your tips on boiling an egg?
Well, if you start with sort of cooler water generally, so it'll take a few minutes to get to boil.
Yeah.
That'll kind of warm them up slowly and a bit more gently.
Okay. Oh, so you come from cold water.
Yeah, exactly. And then so from boil, normally about a minute or so, as soon as it hits boil, you can kind of kill the heat. And that will retain enough heat to cook them at a, gentle temperature that won't kind of make them rubbery or, too hard or anything like that.
That's a really interesting technique.
Yeah. And another big one is eggs at room temperature before you start boiling.
Yeah.
If they come out of the fridge straight into boiling water, they're pretty much definitely going to crack.
Yeah, that is true. We're going to bring that up to the boil.
Yep, exactly.
And then a minute from when it starts boiling, we're going to turn it off.
Yeah.
Our eggs are now soft boiled. I've just popped some brioche in. It's nice and cooked. Is that how you want it? Toasted it?
Looks spot on. Smells awesome.
This is going to be a sweet breakfast, so I'm actually really interested by it because you don't generally see boiled eggs with something sweet.
No, exactly.
Generally think of them as a savoury dish.
Yeah, it's kind of in your pancakes for breakfast territory.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. What would be your tip for everyone sitting at home buying eggs? What's your tip?
Make sure you know how many chooks they've actually got per hectare.
Yeah.
Just saying the word free range on them is nowhere near enough clarification.
Yeah.
So I think that's the biggest thing. So the more space they've got per chook, the better egg you end up with.
Go talk to the stall holders. They're going to know best. Yeah, you spend a lot of time talking to your suppliers, so
exactly.
You are going to have the best information possible.
Yeah, and all the traders here really do know what they're on about.
And so you get these on the plate, and are you going to just crack the tops off these? How do you crack the top off a boiled egg?
I normally go on the side and kind of try and dig in under there without getting too much shell. Oh, here's a test.
Let the expert do it. I'm not even going to bother. Ah, that's quite simple. Look at that.
And it usually works quite well.
Now that the toffee's cooled, it's now time to put the lemon juice in. I put the lemon juice in on Luke's advice after it's cooled down, so it doesn't cook off that nice, fresh citrus flavour. Got about a tablespoon, wasn't it, Luke?
Yeah, just a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, just a little bit. Freshen it up a little bit.
So we've got a little pourer here, so maybe just in there first might be a bit easier.
Yeah, perfect. Yum. You can smell that vanilla from those eggs, can't you?
Yeah, it's a good balance of smells and flavours between the lemon and the vanilla.
This reminds me of my childhood breakfast. I like your little twist.
It's just a little drizzle.
Can we call your grandma in here to have a taste of this?
I think we can.
This is one of the best things about coming to the Queen Victoria market. A lot of the businesses are family run. Luke's called his grandma in. Or probably
Get into
I've called her in.
That's the way to go.
That's just dunk it in.
Just have a dip.
Oh,
No
get
cutlery
rid of the
necessary.
spoon.
It works, doesn't it?
It does. The sweetness and the tartness from that caramel goes great with that egg yolk.
Yeah.
And brioche makes any meal better. Well,
It really does.
thank you so much,
Thank you
Luke.
very much, Lynn. Thanks for
It's
coming
an
in.
absolute pleasure working with the Eggporium today. Absolute experts in their field. I hope you learned a thing or two. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Mwah.